Ciao e bentornati! Welcome back to Pillole D'Italiano. Today is episode number 15, and what I want to do is to talk about some weird Italian expressions. Of course, we could go on forever talking about weird Italian expressions or expressions that do not necessarily translate in the same way in English, don't necessarily make sense to English speakers. What I did is that I compiled a list of 10. So as a reminder, I came out with an episode previously about the verb fare and some expressions that use that verb fare, so you're going to find a link up here or up there. Anyway, go back and watch that one. So today's expressions do not use the verb fare. Before we jump into the episode though, I'll give you a second if you enjoy this type of topics to subscribe to the channel. Today's episode was inspired by a couple of requests that I received. Of course, people, and you might relate to that, are very interested in expressions and weird things that do not translate literally. We get obsessed with that kind of stuff and wonder why do they say it that way. So yeah, I was inspired for today's topic by a couple of requests, and you can ask for something specific that you've been wondering by leaving a comment in the comment section below. So feel free to ask anything that you want me to make a video about. So the expression we're going to start up with today is essere messo meglio. Essere messo meglio literally means to be put better. Essere, to be, messo, put, the past of the verb to put, meglio, better. What does that actually mean? How do we translate it in English in a way that makes sense? Essere messo meglio means to be better off. So you could say, I left my job and I am better off because of it. Sono messo meglio. Adesso sono messo meglio. The second expression has something to do with rain for some reason. Non ci piove. Non ci piove literally translates as not there it rains. Not there it rains. It doesn't rain there. What it actually means is that I am sure of it. Non ci piove. It's something that is sure. If I say Luisa is very intelligent, that's for sure. I would say Luisa è molto intelligente. Non ci piove. So non ci piove, it's like saying that's for sure, I'm sure about it, no doubt about it. Oh, let's move on with something else that is water related. Acqua in bocca. Acqua in bocca. Acqua means water. In bocca, in mouth. Water in mouth. What does that mean? That it's a secret. So if I am telling you something and then I go on by saying acqua in bocca, right? Like don't tell anyone, acqua in bocca. Literally, imagine how easy for you would be to tell a secret, to spill the beans if you were keeping water in your mouth. So when I say acqua in bocca, water in mouth, it means don't tell anyone. The next expression has something to do with another body part, is the nose. The expression is avere la puzza sotto il naso. Avere is to have, la puzza, the stench, sotto, under, the nose, il naso. So avere la puzza sotto il naso actually means to be or to act in a snobbish way. Because if I consider you or something or someone else inferior, what I will do is to, raise my head or have that attitude that makes me look as if there was something stinky that I don't want to smell. And so avere la puzza sotto il naso basically means to be a snob. Expression number 5 is a fun one because it comes associated with a hand gesture, and as you guys know, Italians love to use their hands. I'm trying to contain myself here in these videos, but stare qui, with this gesture, so you see how my hand is like flat, and I am tapping on my sternum as I say mi sta qui, referring to someone or something. To me, it stays here. So the expression stare qui, and then of course I conjugate the verb stare to stay for myself, mi sta qui, mi sta qui, it means I cannot stand it. Why? Because if something stays here around your like sternum slash stomach area, it means that you cannot digest it, you cannot process it. It's really something that goes against every single fiber of your true self. So you're rejecting it. Mi sta qui. I cannot stand it. I cannot digest it. Let's move on to an expression that has something to do with pasta. Surprised? Essere fatti della stessa pasta. Essere fatti della stessa pasta literally means to be made of the same dough, or pasta is a word that Italians use to express the concept of noodles, and you are familiar with that, of course, with that meaning, but also pasta could be just the dough. So to be made of the same pasta, of the same dough, of the same kind of substance. What does that mean? It means to be very similar. So if you are talking about Mario and Luigi, pardon my reference here, but Mario and Luigi sono fatti della stessa pasta. They are made of the same dough, meaning they're very similar because, you know, they work in the same environment, for example, or maybe they're very similar on a character level, behaviorally speaking. Sono fatti della stessa pasta. And of course, if we're talking about two women, we would say sono fatte della stessa pasta. Fatte, F-A-T-T-E, that's the feminine version. They are made, talking about women only. I think that in English there is a similar expression, has nothing to do with dough, with something that you eat, but don't you guys say being cut off the same cloth or something like that? Has something to do with fabric in English, but the concept is similar, right? Two pieces cut out of the same cloth, so similar or the same. Oh, let's go back to our nose for a second. There is another expression that has to do with noses. Mettere il naso fuori. Mettere, to put, il naso, the nose, fuori, outside. Mettere il naso fuori means, that's pretty, I think, pretty intuitive, means to go outside. So during quarantine, we didn't really put our noses out much, yeah? Non ho messo il naso fuori. I didn't put the nose outside, meaning I didn't go out. So for example, a marzo o aprile non ho messo il naso fuori molto spesso. So in March or April, I didn't put the nose out, therefore I didn't go out very often. And now we're going to see how that word fuori, outside, is used in another interesting expression, essere fuori come un balcone. Essere, to be, fuori, outside, come, like, un balcone, a balcony. What does it mean to be out like a balcony? Well, it means to be crazy, to be a bit out there, right? Not conforming to the social norm. If you say, lei è fuori come un balcone, yeah, she's crazy. Now, let's move on to an expression that is very commonly used, lasciare stare or lasciare perdere. We have both variations. Lasciare stare or lasciare perdere, they both use the verb lasciare, which means to leave or to let. So it's like saying drop it. Leave, stay, leave, lose. Just, you know, leave it behind. Drop it. Don't even worry about it. Lascia stare. This is a suggestion, a command that I'm giving to you. Lascia stare. Meaning, don't worry, drop it. Lascia stare. Or lascia perdere. And let's conclude with an expression that I hope you guys will not need to use much. Essere giù di corda. Essere giù di corda. To be down of rope. That's what it means, right? To be down of rope, even though corda also comes from Latin. So in modern Italian, corda means rope, but in Latin, corda is the plural of heart. So hearts, spirit, therefore. Essere giù di corda. And I think that maybe it's the Latin origin of this word that has more to do with why we use this expression. Because essere giù di corda means to be blue, to be, you know, down, mood-wise. Essere giù di corda. So if you are blue one day, if you're a bit moody and you don't feel that your spirits are up, then you could say sono giù di corda oggi. I really hope that you will never need to use this expression, but it's good to know what it means, because sometimes people use it just to say, you know, I don't want to go out tonight, I'm like, just not feeling it. Sono giù di corda. On this note, we're going to conclude today's episode. Now, I would invite you to let me know using the comment section below if you have any other expressions in mind, if something that you heard didn't add up in Italian, if you need additional explanation. Because as I said, there are so many weird Italian expressions that it will be impossible for me to cover them all in one video. So I just gave you a list of 10, and of course I will be more than happy to make more videos about new and weird Italian expressions as you discover them. I will let your curiosity inspire me, so please leave a comment in the comment section below. It will be my pleasure to make more videos like this one. And if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, and I will see you next time. Ciao, a presto!